Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zocom Black for those of you who are new here. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you about games coming out in 2025 that I'm super excited for. Without further ado, let's get into it. First up, we have GTA 6. Now, the release of GTA 6 being far away has become pretty much a meme at this point, with everyone on the internet seeing something bizarre and going, we got X thing before GTA 6. Now, GTA 6 will see us return to Vice City, a setting that the GTA franchise hasn't been to in a very long time. And if you're anything like me and you played the original GTA Vice City back in the day, you're probably pretty excited to see what they do. A modern take on Vice City. GTA 6 will feature two playable main characters, with one of them, Lucia, being the first playable female main character in a GTA game, which is pretty cool. The other is a man who's rumored to be named Jason. I don't know much about him yet, but it just adds to the mystery, right? I wonder what GTA 6 changing the setting will mean for GTA Online. I guess we'll see. GTA 6 is scheduled for a late 2025 release on PS5 and the Xboxes, with a PC release sure to follow sometime after. Up next, we have EA Skate. You'll sometimes hear this called Skate 4 because it's the fourth entry in the Skate franchise. Skate 3 came out well over a decade ago, but has seen a strange resurgence on social media with all of those Skate 3 clips being posted, which is great. Skate 3 was an awesome game, still holds up to this day. If you're not a stranger here, you know I play a lot of session skate sim on this channel, which is one of those games that the upcoming Skate game is inevitably going to be compared to. So I'm super excited for the release of EA Skate. Now, they've been testing EA Skate for a very long time, which is where a lot of the footage that you're seeing right now comes from, which is why it looks like it has some missing textures, but looks mostly playable. For the first time ever in the history of the Skate franchise, this upcoming Skate game is going to be available on PC as well as consoles, which is awesome for us PC gamers, so no more emulation. It's going to be free to play, but is coming out for early access in 2025 if you just can't wait. So I'm super excited for this. Long-time fan of skateboarding. There's a gracefulness to a well-executed skate trick that I've always admired. So super excited. Can't wait. Up next, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. AC Shadows is set in the late 16th century towards the end of the Sengoku period, which was a period of great civil war in Japan. The map of Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be bigger than that of Mirage. I've heard it's going to be comparable to that of Origins. And it's going to have a bunch of interesting additions like a seasonal weather system that affects the game world. Like you'll have frozen water during the winter and long grass in the spring. And I'm excited to see what that means for gameplay. Assassin's Creed Shadows will have two playable main characters that you can switch between, those being Yasuke, a samurai with a more tanky fighting style incorporating like heavy weapons as well as a katana, and Naoe, who seems like a more traditional assassin with a focus on stealth and agility. We've seen her use the hidden blade, and has a pivot feature like Connors did back in AC3 that allows her to use it as a dagger. And we've also seen her use a kusarigama, which is like a little scythe with a chain attached to it. Lots of potential for carnage. Can't wait. AC Shadows is set for a February 14th release, and unlike other games in the AC franchise, will release on Steam, Epic, and Ubisoft Connect at the same time, as well as PS5 and the Xboxes. Up next, we have Avowed from the developer Obsidian, who brought us Pillars of Eternity. Avowed is set in the same universe as Pillars of Eternity, so the devs have a lot to go on. And this being Obsidian, you can expect a very well-crafted world and a pretty deep story, which is what Obsidian is known for. This game can be played in the first and the third person, and combat uses magic, swords, firearms, all sorts of stuff. I've talked about Avowed on this channel before, back when I was speculating that it would release in winter of 2024. So I'm personally super excited for this. I've been waiting for this one for a very long time. I've seen gameplay footage of it, and I think the way magic looks in this game is really pretty, and can't wait to play a mage in this game. It's set for a February 18th release on Windows and the Xboxes. Up next, we have Mafia: The Old Country. Set in the early 1900s in the fictional Sicilian town of San Celeste, it follows the character Enzo Favara as he goes from indented servitude in the sulfur mines to joining the Torrisi crime family. And what we see in the trailers is his initiation. It's going to be a more linear than an open world game, and I'm personally stoked for this because I'm a huge fan of the mob genre, big fan of The Sopranos, greatest show ever made, huge fan of The Godfather, Donnie Brasco, Boardwalk Empire, that sort of thing, Goodfellas, pure gold. Mafia: The Old Country is set for a summer 2025 release on PS5, Windows, and the Xboxes. I'll tell you more about Mafia: The Old Country as more footage of gameplay and whatnot comes out, but I'm super excited for this. I seriously can't wait. Finally, we have Split Fiction, a multiplayer game from the creators of It Takes Two. Split Fiction is centered around two writers, Mio and Zoe, who each write about different things, Mio being a sci-fi writer and Zoe being a fantasy writer. Each of them wants to see their worlds brought to life through a form of futuristic simulation technology, but through some sort of accident, they get stuck in the simulation. And they have to help each other traverse the worlds that they created to make it back to the real world. So, gameplay is going to switch between fantasy and sci-fi settings, which looks really, really cool. As I said, it's a multiplayer game, so you're gonna need a friend to play this, but only one of you has to have the game in order for two of you to play. They have a sort of a friend pass that allows you to play with somebody else who doesn't own a copy of the game, which I think is awesome. Split Fiction is set for a March 6th release on Windows, PS5, and the Xboxes, and will support cross-platform play at launch. So these have been the games that I am excited for that are coming out in 2025. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Which of these are you also excited for? Which games coming out in 2025 didn't I put on this list? Which ones are you worried about? All that good stuff. Leave a like on the video. It really helps these videos get out to more people. And consider subscribing to the channel for more awesome gaming content. If you are excited for the release of EA Skate, I highly recommend you check out my Session Skate Sim playlist. Lots of good stuff on there. This is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.